I'm going to talk about the difference between executive coaching and life coaching. Previous episode, I believe, was on executive coaching, benefits, why we do it, who's involved. You've got the sponsor, the participant, the coach. You're enabling and empowering to make the individual better in direct alignment with the organizational goals. Life coaching is totally different. I actually enjoy life coaching as much as I do anything, recruiting, executive coaching. I mean, life coaching is something that I'm really passionate about. Life coaching is where you're dealing with an individual. The individual is paying you directly. It's usually a very confidential arrangement. You usually do it face to face. You can do it over Zoom. And there's all sorts of life coaching. There's basically the equivalent to marriage counseling. There's career life coaching, which is what I do. You've got, addiction life coaching. You've got stress management. You've got entertainment. You've got, I know a guy that does one on geographic arbitrage. He does life coaching, and geographic arbitrage is essentially where someone wants to live in different places. So you coach them on how to locate a place, how to are you going to buy, you're going to rent, what the business model is. There's people that do life coaching in personal financial planning, investments, how to pick stocks, how to pick dividend stocks. So, the structure of life coaching is much different too. Whereas executive coaching is coaching an executive in his office behind closed doors at the corporate facility. Almost always you have to go to the corporate facility because they're paying you. It's a very, very controlled environment. Sometimes these sessions are recorded. Sometimes somebody from HR will sit in. But life coaching, it's very, very intimate. I've helped people through life coaching get through tough times, although that's not my specialty. My specialty in life coaching is career coaching. I will work with people as young as in high school or college, or even people that are getting ready to retire. And I'll coach them on how to find out what the right career for you is. I talk about vocation. Don't think of it as a career. Vocation is like, it comes from here, right? What do I really want to do? What am I really good at? So life coaching is coaching people on how to deal with life, not necessarily how to advance their organizational goals, which is more profit oriented. Okay. It's the same process, essentially. Life coaching is where I will take somebody and I will, facilitate. I will ask a lot of questions. I will enable, I will empower these people to really reach within. I will show them how to do it. You have to have coaching skills. I've been fully trained on life coaching, so I know what questions to ask, which ones not to. Got to be careful about crossing that emotional line with your participant. Otherwise, you can get emotionally involved. That's always a fine line. It's kind of funny. The fine line in executive coaching is you don't want to get so close to the participant, the executive, that you actually get them to the point where they want to leave the company or they decide they're not a good fit. That's sometimes ultimately what happens, but that's your fine line. The fine line in life coaching is, particularly if you're doing one-on-one coaching with somebody, you're talking about some very deep-seated emotional problems that they have to deal with. And with that comes emotional attachment. So, when I'm doing life coaching, I never do it one-on-one in someone's living room, or I never go to someone's house or apartment. It's always in a neutral location. I make it a hotel room, well, not a hotel room, but like a hotel conference room. I do a lot of it on Zoom, actually. But it's a very intimate process where you're basically almost like hypnotizing somebody to getting them back to their early days as a child. Sometimes you've got to dig up all the stuff that they had buried and suppressed all these years, repressed, suppression. That has to come out because they can't really deal with their problems, whether it be addiction or they can't find a job or they have no confidence or they're totally stressed out or they don't get along with anybody. They can't delegate. There's a reason why people can't do that stuff. And it's usually hidden deep within them. Self-esteem is a big issue that people have to deal with. But if you can open them up, and that's what I try and do in life coaching, if you can get to the root of the problem, that seed, that kernel of seed inside of their heart and soul that will unlock everything, you can turn someone's life around like that. It's amazing. I had a session yesterday with a guy. An hour turned into 3 hours. And the guy was in tears. But you know what? At the end of the day, at the end of the 3 hours, the guy looked at me and said, Rob, you know, I got to make some changes. I got to make some changes. I've got to own this. This is on me. This is stuff that I need to change. I need to get better. I need to change my life around. I need to start treating people better. You know, I need to empower other people that work for me. I need to be a nicer person. That was unbelievable. You know, but that was a tough process. That was a culmination of many, many weeks. And again, this is not therapy. Okay, I am not giving information. I am not imparting my knowledge. I'm not talking about my experiences. I'm a nobody. Okay, I'm a tiny ant in this conversation. All I'm doing is asking questions. Again, I'm facilitating, empowering, and enabling. It's a very powerful process. I believe this is much more powerful than traditional psychoanalysis, psychotherapy, because you're getting someone to that point of self-realization. That's where the problems are. They don't know who they are. Once you know who you are, your heart and soul, then you can make positive changes in your life. And that's what life coaching is all about. Much different than executive coaching. Again, I hope this clarifies things. I'm getting a lot of emails, a lot of text messages. People call me in the middle of the night here in Abu Dhabi. Hey, Rob, what's the difference between life coaching and executive coaching? What should I do? Who should I go to? How do I do it? How much does it cost? You know, a lot of questions. So I hope this was valuable to you if you're thinking about doing some sort of coaching. The other thing is the way I do coaching actually is it's usually a group. I'll usually gather a group of 5 to 6 people because of the reasons I just said. It's very sensitive. I don't want to get too close to the person I'm coaching. So, you know, you want to present sort of an open, free flow of information. Everyone signs a confidentiality agreement, and you maybe get 5 or 6 people together talking about careers. So we all get together and people, this guy wants to be a doctor, or this guy wants to be an accountant, this guy wants to be a lawyer, he wants to get a job as a tradesman. It's all the same stuff, you know, it's all the same, realizing what you're good at. And then I can help you out with, what do you do next? Resume, got to do an interview. How do you find people? How do you apply to companies? Where are they online? Do you show up at someone's office? When do you show up at someone's office that you want a job at? And when do you go through the HR department? Big difference, okay? Most people have no idea how to navigate that. So this is just an example now of what I do in life coaching. Teach people how to build a career. And a lot of that is they have to get to the self-realization where the light goes on and they say, you know what? I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a real estate agent. I want to be an accountant. So anyways, I hope you've found this to be interesting. Thanks for joining me on this show, Recruiter's Corner. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.